Hello, my name is Pastor Kathy Kollar. I'm the pastor of Pleasant Valley Lutheran Church near Malabar Farm State Park and St. Paul Lutheran Church in Lucas, Ohio. Greetings. Reading through the Bible with commentary, and we are in the book of Psalms, which is like reading through the hymn book. And it's hard because we don't know the tunes to which these songs were originally written. We don't know the origin. The Hebrew is very ancient, so some of them rhymed and had rhythm, and some of them did not. We are up to Psalm 16, which is a miktam of David, and my footnotes do not tell me what a miktam is. It does appear to be a song of trust in God. So, Psalm 16. Protect me, O God, for in you I take refuge. I say to the Lord, you are my Lord. I have no good apart from you. And I have a footnote on that says the meaning of the Hebrew is not certain. Verse 3. As for the holy ones in the land, they are noble, in whom is all my delight. Those who choose another God multiply their sorrows. Their drink offerings of blood I will not pour out, or take their names upon my lips. The Lord is my chosen portion and my cup. You hold my lot. The boundary lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. I have a goodly heritage. 7. I bless the Lord who gives me counsel in the night. Also my heart instructs me. I keep the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my soul rejoices. My body also rests secure. For you do not give me up to Sheol, or let your faithful one see the pit. You show me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. In your right hand are pleasures forevermore. So many of these psalms I will hear in the back of my mind a song or a tune or something that I've heard. And this one I didn't hear so many songs, but I've heard some of these expressions. In your presence there is fullness of joy. The boundary lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. This is just very much a song of trust and a song of security, a song of praise, a song of saying, therefore my heart is glad, my heart rejoices, my soul rejoices. A wonderful psalm of praise. Psalm 17, a prayer of David. Verse 1. Hear a just cause, O Lord, attend to my cry. Give ear to my prayer from my lips free of deceit. For you let my vindication come. Let your eyes see the right. If you try my heart, if you visit me by night, if you test me, you will find no wickedness in me. My mouth does not transgress. It's very hard. In one sense, yes, we try to be righteous, and you can say, I am a righteous person, I'm a good person, and I don't do anything ever wrong. No wickedness in me. Except for the older I get, the more I feel there is some wickedness in every one of us, because we're all so inherently self-centered and proud. I know I sure am. And as a Lutheran, we say that we are captive to sin and cannot free ourselves. So I think they generally would say, well, this was of David before he fell with Bathsheba and before he realized how needy he was for God. Or maybe it's just for all of us who say, I do make the choices to live righteously as much as I can, and I am not vindictive, I'm not bitter, I'm not nasty, I'm not deceitful. Come look at me, God, because if you try my heart, you'll test me, you'll find no wickedness. My mouth does not transgress. Verse 4, as for what others do, by the word of your lips I have avoided the ways of the violent. My steps have held fast to your paths. My feet have not slipped. And even though we are all sinful and we all are self-centered and proud, there is the certain sense of, if we make these choices to do what is right, and we look at other people around us who have not made that same choice, it's hard. And we very much want to say, look, God, I've not chosen the way of the violent. I'm doing what is right. Verse 6, I call upon you, for you will answer me, O God. Incline your ear to me, hear my words. Wondrously show your steadfast love, O Savior of those who seek refuge from their adversaries at your right hand. Verse 8, guard me as the apple of the eye. Hide me in the shadow of your wings. Wonderful poetic language. Where did this we've been saying the apple of the eye for literally millennia, that this goes all the way back to Psalms. Shadow of your wings. From the wicked who despoil me, my deadly enemies who surround me, they close their hearts to pity. With their mouths they speak arrogantly. They track me down. Now they surround me. They set their eyes to cast me to the ground. They are like a lion eager to tear, like a young lion lurking in ambush. Verse 13, rise up, O Lord, confront them, overthrow them. By your sword deliver my life from the wicked, from mortals by your hand, O Lord, from mortals whose portion in life is in this world. May their bellies be filled with what you have stored up for them. May their children have more than enough. May they leave something over for their little ones. I'm like, which ones are they saying? Deliver my life from the wicked, from mortals. May your bellies be filled and their children have more than enough. May they leave something over to the little ones. Verse 15, as for me, I shall behold your face in righteousness. When I awake, I shall be satisfied beholding your likeness. Psalm 18. And according to the footnotes, which I've been trying to look through, there's commentary, and a lot of the commentary on the Psalms I'm finding frustrating because it basically says, well, he says this. I'm like, yeah, we read that. So, but this particular footnote notes that Psalm 18 is the third longest psalm. So it is not a short psalm. And it says that this was in the original Hebrew, to the leader, a psalm of David, the servant of the Lord, who addressed the words of this song to the Lord on the day when the Lord delivered him from the hand of all his enemies and from the hand of Saul. He said, verse 1, I love you, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my rock in whom I take refuge, my shield, and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. And this is one that I have a hard time not singing. So shall I be saved from my enemies. The Lord liveth. Okay, that's a different part. But he is starting out saying that the Lord is his strength, his shield, his stronghold, his refuge. Verse 4, the cords of death encompassed me. The torrents of perdition assailed me. Ooh, there's a word I don't get to see often. Torrents of perdition. So like rivers of sin. The cords of Sheol entangled me. The snares of death confronted me. So Sheol is the pit. It's death. It represents just being in the pit and being dead and gone. Verse 6, in my distress, I called upon the Lord. To my God I cried for help. From his temple he heard my voice, and my cry to him reached his ears. And again, this is poetry. That doesn't mean that God in the form of Jesus had ears, but God, the creator of the universe, does not have like a massive ear somewhere that we're hoping that our words would get to. It's poetic language. Verse 7, then the earth reeled and rocked, the foundations also of the mountains trembled and quaked, because he was angry. Smoke went up from his nostrils, devouring fire from his mouth. Glowing coals flamed forth from him. He bowed the heavens and came down. Thick darkness was under his feet. He rode on a cherub and flew. He came swiftly upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his covering around him, his canopy thick clouds dark with water. Out of the brightness before him there broke through his clouds hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the Most High uttered his voice, And he sent out his arrows and scattered them. He flashed forth lightnings and routed them. Then the channels of the sea were seen, and the foundations of the world were laid bare. At your rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of your nostrils. So a depiction of God as this very powerful, very amazing person breaking forth and scattering lightning and thunder and loud and scary, all the things. Verse 16, he reached down from on high, he took me. He drew me out of the mighty waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy and from those who hated me. For they were too mighty for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity. But the Lord was my support. He brought me out into a broad place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. So that God came and rescued him from the hands of his enemies. Verse 20, the Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands he recompensed me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and I have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his ordinances were before me, and his statutes I did not put away from me. I was blameless before him, and I kept myself from guilt. Therefore the Lord has recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. So he's saying, I was good, and I did what was right, and God has rewarded me for that. Verse 25, with the loyal you show yourself loyal, with the blameless you show yourself blameless, with the pure you show yourself pure, and with the crooked you show yourself perverse. For you deliver a humble people, but the haughty eyes you bring down. It is you who light my lamp. The Lord my God lights up my darkness. But by you I can crush a troop, and by my God I can leap over a wall. This God, his way is perfect. The promise of the Lord proves true. He is a shield for all who take refuge in him. Verse 31, for who is God except the Lord? And who is a rock besides our God? The God who girded me with strength and made my way safe. He made my feet like the feet of a deer and set me secure on the heights. He trains my hands for war so that my arms can bend a bow of bronze. You have given me the shield of your salvation, and your right hand has supported me. Your help has made me great. Verse 36, you gave me a wide place for my steps under me, and my feet did not slip. I pursued my enemies and overtook them, and did not turn back until they were consumed. I struck them down, so that they were not able to rise. They fell under my feet. For you girded me with strength for the battle, and made my assailants sink under me. You made my enemies turn their backs to me, and those who hated me I destroyed. They cried for help, but there was no one to save them. They cried to the Lord, but he did not answer them. I beat them fine like dust before the wind. I cast them out like the mire of the streets. This wonderful, violent, I defeated them all. Verse 43, you delivered me from strife with the peoples. You made me head of the nations. People whom I had not known served me. As soon as they heard of me, they obeyed me. Foreigners came cringing to me. Foreigners lost heart and came trembling out of their strongholds. Verse 46, the Lord lives. Blessed be the rock, my rock, and exalted be the God of my salvation. Again, when I want to start singing, the Lord liveth, and blessed be my rock, and may the God of my salvation be exalted. Verse 47, the God who gave me vengeance and subdued peoples under me, who delivered me from my enemies. Indeed, you exalted me above my adversaries. You delivered me from the violent. Verse 49, for this I will extol you, O Lord, among the nations, and sing praises to your name. Great triumphs he gives to his king, and shows steadfast love to his anointed, to David, and his descendants forever. So this is considered a royal psalm because it is King David basically exulting in the fact that he gets to be King David, that the Lord has supported him, defended him, given him victory, given him all kinds of power and glory over top of other people. And he is exalting in that, and he is exalting in the Lord, and he is praising God and exclaiming how grateful he is to be where he is doing what he's doing. So, and just one of those songs, the Lord liveth, and blessed be the rock, and may the God of my salvation be exalted. That is not this translation, they flop the words. When you have Bible translations, you can go anywhere from word by word by word, or you can say concept by concept by concept. So translation is word for word, and they try to get it as close to the exact words. Transliteration is idea for idea, and they try to be more the sense of the sense. So if I say to you, if somebody says in Spanish, hola, ¿cómo te va? You could say, well, they said, hello, how are you? Well, technically they said, hello, how you go? Well, we would say, how does it go with you? But if you say, how does it go with you? You're really saying it very informally. Hey, how's it going? So how do you translate from Spanish to English? Hola, ¿cómo te va? Says a lot about what you think about the original meaning. Was it be like, hey, how's it going? Or hello, how you go? That's, we don't want to say hello, how you go. That's stilted and hard. So of course word order is different in Hebrew and English, Greek and English, and so when the translations come, they are a little bit different. The version that I'm reading from is called the New Revised Standard Bible, and it's a very good version that attempts to be on the end toward word for word. It tries to be a precise translation. They do flip the words. They don't say hello, how you go. It's how, hola, ¿cómo te va? How you go. They don't say. They would say, how does it go with you? They would fix the language for English, but it's still going to be closer to word for word than for something like the New Living Translation, which is so much easier to read if you're just reading, because it's like, hey, how's it going? Or the most concept by concept is the Message, which is not word for word, but is wonderfully clear and easy to understand in modern vernacular, easy words to be able to be understood. So just a little commentary. So as I'm reading through, and in this particular case, this song, old song that I love, doesn't exactly match the translation that I just read. The Lord liveth. I did not say liveth, it was the Lord lives. And blessed be my rock, and may the God of my salvation be exalted, where the one we just read is, and exalted be the God of my salvation. So it says the same thing. But the other one's easier to sing, isn't it? So, some commentary about translations. I'm sure I'll have some more commentary about that as we go through Psalms, because there are a lot of the older translations. When we get to Psalm 23, a lot of us have that memorized, and we have it memorized in the King James, which is this beautiful language in the King James. But then there's other passages in King James that are just really hard to understand because the language is getting to be archaic these days. So, some things to think about. Now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord look at you with favor and give you peace. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Go in peace. Like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you again next time. Thanks so much for being here.